Hello there everybody, this is Rosanna, founder of Enjoy Yoga and Rosy Glow, and I have just finished a postnatal realignment workshop. We had 8 women attend, and I asked them of the 8, because we had several cesareans, we only had 2 natural births in the 8 women. One gave birth within half an hour of attending getting to the hospital, and actually English isn't even her first language, but she came to the birth prep. And then the other lady had a home birth, and she had a natural birth as she wanted. But everybody else ended up with assisted deliveries. They ended up with ventouse, with forceps, with cesareans, because of complications in the labour or because of complications in late pregnancy, where they were advised to do things a certain way that later, in hindsight, they have regretted and considered that perhaps it didn't actually make sense to follow that protocol. And I'm kind of pulling my hair out a little bit, if I'm honest, because we've been running these flagship birth preparation and postnatal realignment workshops for years and years and years. In fact, it's one of the things that gave Enjoy Yoga the reputation that it has. And yet we're finding that less and less women are coming to the birth prep workshop, and also we're finding women coming to the postnatal realignment workshop that have never attended our pregnancy yoga classes. So in this one here, we had half of the women actually come to our pregnancy classes, but half of them hadn't actually come. Only 1 had attended the birth prep, and currently 3 of the 8 are coming to our baby yoga classes. Now, why is this important? Well, the birth preparation workshop is not the same as attending pregnancy yoga classes. In pregnancy yoga, you're going to learn pregnancy yoga that will support you through your pregnancy, and it's going to plant some seeds for the birth, okay? But the birth preparation workshop is where you put into context everything that you have learned in the pregnancy yoga classes into the different stages of labour. So pre-labour, early first stage, later first stage, second stage, which is the pushing stage, and then third stage, delivery of the placenta. Also, we invite the partners to come along, and this is where they get essentially a mini birth assistant or doula training. Now, so many partners, as well-meaning as they are intending for you to talk them through what you're going to need during labour, and it doesn't work that way. So this is a totally practical birth preparation workshop where it's not knowledge, it's not theory. It is about understanding how you can physically change the position of a baby, how you can physically change the hormonal response of the mother, how you can fill both the mother and the father with confidence to challenge whatever routine protocols are suggested, and to insist that the care that is received for this particular woman and baby is very much prescriptive to their particular situation. And it also gives us the confidence to step away from the mainstream protocols and say, okay, what's right for me? It gives people the chance to move beyond fear-based thinking and decision-making. And this is so essential that we actually do in pregnancy and in labour, because postnatally we have the same issues that we have in pregnancy. We have people giving us lots of different opinions, all professional opinions, and in the end no one knows our baby better than we do. And if we instill confidence in a mother and a father to trust themselves, then they can start to read their baby properly, and therefore they can start to meet the needs of their baby properly. Now, I know that it can get overwhelming, and it can end up being, I've been to NCT, I've been to the hospital freebie, what am I going to get from this birth prep? Well, you're going to get everything you didn't get from all the other things, because this is not head knowledge, this is physical body-based wisdom, that the only way I can impart it to you is by seeing you physically. The only way Charmaine or any of our teachers can impart it to you is to see it physically. One of the ladies I asked in this group said she came to baby yoga when her baby was 7 months old, and she only came once or twice because it was actually too difficult for her. The baby was too heavy. And this is why, again, I'm asking you the question, is foresight better than hindsight? We run mummy and baby nurture classes for babies that are 0 to 16 weeks, specifically so you can come and you can strengthen your body, learn your baby's cues, and start to work with your baby when they're so small that you can develop the muscles to support you as your baby increases in weight. If you leave it too late, your baby's already going to be heavy, you're not going to have the muscles in place to support you to actually be able to do all the more active stuff. And I see so many women with carpal tunnel issues, with pelvic floor issues, with back issues, with shoulder issues, This is how we can support you, is by you coming early enough for us to support you to see how you can work with your baby's weight to actually start to build strength so that your baby becomes your free gym membership rather than you struggling to deal with them until they're toddlers and they're running around. So postnatal realignment workshop is where we take the details, okay, that we can't actually offer in the baby and postnatal classes or the mummy and baby nurture classes, and we teach you therapeutic alignment principles to heal your body, to close your bones after you've given birth. Again, exclusive stuff this, you don't get it anywhere else, and yet we're finding it challenging to put out there to people why these things are so important. Well, if you've weed every time you laugh, you know it's important. If you're worried about the fact that your sexual pleasure or your partner's sexual pleasure is no longer what it once was because your pelvic floor isn't strong enough anymore, there's another reason to come. If you are not liking the fact that your body does not seem to be shifting its baby weight after you've given birth, there's another reason to come. If you look in the mirror and you can see you're wonky, there's another reason to come. If you value the fact that you would like to have an enjoyable and empowering menopause or future pregnancies, there's another reason to come. We never put ourselves first, and then we suffer, and then we say, oh, if only I knew. Like 3 of the women in this group all said to me, oh, you know, like the baby changed position, so I needed to have a cesarean after, even though I'd started my labour, I needed to have a cesarean. Well, you know, we teach you in the birth prep workshop how to change your baby's position during labour. Another woman gave birth in a position that wasn't ideal for her back because she had an epidural and she had the oxytocin drip because she was induced. Again, if she'd come to the birth prep, we would have showed her other positions that she could have given birth in that would have helped her to be able to give birth without damaging her back, and also it would have given her the confidence to be able to say, okay, medical team, I know you find it difficult to find a heart trace if I'm not sitting on my bum on this bed, but I know you can do it, and we're going to work together to do it because I know that we can monitor my baby's heart rate whilst I'm sitting on a ball, or whilst I'm lying down on my side, or whilst I'm straddling a chair. Now, these are all things we can share with you if you come along and you are willing to start to take some responsibility and to challenge the protocol. But so many women suffer because they're told to do something that doesn't feel natural to their bodies, but they're so scared of putting their baby at risk and their own well-being at risk that they do as they're told, and they suffer afterwards, as do their babies. Prevention is better than cure, and that is why we run the birth prep and the postnatal realignment workshops. These are not nice to haves. In my opinion, they are must-haves, because what they actually do is they do prevent so many things happening that you can't prevent any other way other than knowing your body and knowing the difference between a routine protocol and an emergency procedure. Once you feel more confident, you are able to create birth plans that suit you, you are able to convey to your partner what you truly want, you are able to convey to your medical team what is going to help you to feel truly relaxed. And don't be under the assumption that because you've had a cesarean you don't need to come to a postnatal realignment workshop, or that your body hasn't been affected by the pregnancy. You grew a baby for however months that baby grew inside you, and therefore your bones do need to realign. And also your pelvic floor is affected because when they cut through the abdominal muscles, this weakens the pelvic floor. So even if you know you are going to have a planned cesarean, even if you know that you are going to have a medicalised birth, these aren't reasons not to come to the birth prep. You will pick up so much information there that will support you to challenge the choices you've already made, to be certain that they are the right choices for you if they are, or to find alternatives that feel better for you because you are better informed. I can't do that for you, and neither can Charmaine, and neither can any of our teachers if you don't actually come. So yeah, there are lots of reasons to attend, and it is well worth the investment because prevention is better than cure. And hindsight, although it's a good teacher, ain't anywhere near as good as foresight, and so much can be foreseen. Why wouldn't you give yourself the opportunity, and your baby the opportunity, and your body the opportunity to have a better experience overall? I think I've said everything I want to say. Keep an eye on the dates for the birth prep, the postnatal realignment workshops, Please also note that the Mummy and Baby Nurture Yoga is for newborns to 16 weeks. We'd love to see you from between 4 and 6 weeks after you've given birth. You don't have to wait till your 8-week check. In fact, I would recommend you don't. We'd like you to walk in without carrying your baby in a car seat, but actually carrying your baby in a sling. We have a car park, we have got parking, you just need to leave a bit of time to come and find it, okay? And the baby and postnatal yoga is for babies from 4 months to crawling. So lots of opportunities there, just don't leave it late, okay? The suffering I see that is preventable, it breaks my heart. But, you know, we give our power away all the time, we don't need to. So please take heed that pregnancy yoga is for pregnancy, birth prep is for birth, postnatal realignment is for postnatal realignment, and mummy and baby nurture is for mummy and baby nurture, and baby and postnatal yoga is what we say it is. Okay. Lots and lots of love. Take care. Hope to see you at the next one. Bye-bye.